Become my blade once more.
The rune of death is unbound. And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns. Farewell it is then. You'll be Elden Lord yet.
For example, John's gay, we hate John, but we'll still play Warzone.
Damn, it feels like I didn't miss anything.
And yeah, and we'll speak to that nigga or like whatever, and then talk shit later. And you're not wrong, but in that case of someone like John, we're gonna keep it a buck. And Anthony can agree with this now that he's here. In the case of someone like John, you're not wrong, Ethan, that it's like, yeah, we perpetuate, I guess, that behavior by allowing
But the shit he says is
ourselves to
uncalled
keep
for.
them around. Hold on, Anthony, you'll see where I'm going with this. Like, we perpetuate that by keeping them around. But in the case of John, like Anthony said it himself earlier, I was the first nigga to come in here and say John ain't shit.
That nigga ain't to be
2 years
trusted.
ago almost.
That nigga ain't to be trusted. Yeah, you remember that. You remember that conversation, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but it was everybody who was actually cool with John who chose to keep him around and think he was a good person.
Yeah.
And it'd be no different if it was like, let's take, I don't know, let's use Anthony as a different example. Right before you left for boot camp, Ethan, you hated Anthony. We hated it. We had the beef with Anthony. You did not like Anthony. You left. You were telling John and whatever that when you come back, you want Anthony. Like that was the case, right? No, yeah, but back then it was malicious. It was with the intent to harm somebody. So I understand what you're saying. Your purpose is totally correct, but it's like saying that kind of makes no difference because everybody here, including you, and everybody was guilty of doing it to each other because we did it for Anthony. You hated Anthony. John was beefing always with Anthony. I had my annoyances with Anthony. Rachel had her annoyances with Anthony. But then we let him back because the difference is Anthony actually, in whatever way you want to conceive, became a better person and a different person. Understand exactly. Whereas in the case of something like John, in this conversation with John, the difference is that it is our fault for perpetuating it and letting him come back and then talk shit about him, but then be friends with him. Like, we're talking about, oh, John sucks, but then, you go to his house for the fight, or he goes to your house for the fight, or, oh, whatever, I hate John, but then, I play Warzone with the guy for like 3 hours. You're not wrong, because, like, yeah, that's stupid. We should really just, disregard and get rid of that.
The shit he said.
Or handle the situation. But the rebuttal to that would be, we let them stay because we're actually trying to see if they be better people or try to change, like in the case of Anthony. We could have booted Anthony and never
I'm
talked
blushing.
to each other again.
I'm blushing right now.
But they did.
Oh wow, I see. I see.
But the difference is, Anthony, surprisingly, believe it or not, is very different Anthony now than he was, gastritis gay Anthony.
Nigga, you know what's funny? I know that was a different me. I remember that shit like today. That was AIDS 2 years ago.
That's a very different guy. So when they think of that idea of, booting people, etc., perpetuate their behavior, it's not incorrect, but we gotta let them do it for a while because it's stupid of us to just get rid of them on like a first offense and not try to let them figure it out. But then now we're in a position where it's like
he hasn't broken up with her.
We cannot entertain the idea of sympathy towards someone like John because there is just a conceptual line acceptable behavior to people who are your friends, let alone even strangers, that you wouldn't say or you wouldn't do. And it doesn't matter of, and I hate to be that guy, but in this one instance, you kind of just got to be like, I don't care how
Hmm.
John feels. I don't care what he went through. I don't care about his trauma. I literally don't care. It
The
does
shit
not
that
matter
he,
to me.
the shit
The
that's come
stuff
out of
you
his mouth
say,
warrants
like
no
that,
sympathy.
yeah, exactly. That is like reprehensible behavior, and especially
Irredeemable.
someone like me, he's literally done like borderline nothing to me besides talk crazy. And someone like you who he's actually like, impersonated you and taken your trust of having, your credentials of your account in his house and uses it to take advantage of it to try to
Yeah.
bully somebody else and then do it more than one time
Bully
and then
another
go to your
friend, a
face
best friend.
Ethan, and be buddy buddy with you like he never did any of those things is no different than you saying us, letting them, being fake to them. He's doing the exact same thing to you. So why would we continue giving someone that same courtesy when he clearly is doing the exact same issue to everyone here that you're saying we're doing to each other?
And mind you, might I interject? There is also the huge factor in all of this that I don't know if y'all were here for this. If not, then you're gonna have to take my word for it, because this was a whole fucking event. I sat down and talked to him. I told him everything. Like, bro, the shit that you are saying is quite literally irredeemable. Like, it is some shit that nobody, like, that is death on sight. I've told him straight up, and it's like, bro, like, you're usually the one that starts it. Even if it's friendly banter, you take it way too fucking far. You gotta stop. Like, that is some literal scumbag behavior. And he actually acted like he was like being like response, like
Bullied.
not. No, 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 no. He was saying, yeah, I mean, he did say that. He did say, like, oh, like, y'all motherfuckers don't respect. But he did also say, like, you know what, that's kind of true. Like, whatever the fuck, like, like, yeah. But he said that shit, and obviously, he didn't honor shit. He's gonna keep fucking doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how he exactly. As long as his image doesn't get ruined. Bro,
Of
and I'll
course.
tell, oh my god. Yeah. Oh, out of jail, yeah, where he was like, yeah, it was me. It was me that got Eddie out of jail. You guys didn't do anything.
No, yeah, he capped. He entirely capped. Wait, no, no, no.
Trying to say facts, yeah.
Wait, no, and also, might I
No,
add,
that's the
he's
thing.
saying
No,
this
no,
shit
no,
like
hold
if
on.
he's the
And
angel.
Ethan just cracked the code. Ethan just said it himself. Ethan, you're about to say it, and it's perfectly right. You don't see it because he won't say it to you. Because this is the point of an insecure, terrible person. He will say it to all of us because he sees us as lesser than him. The reason he impersonates Ethan and not Tony or anybody else is because he sees them as not equal. You are the only person he sees as even close to equal or superior. Yeah, exactly. Everything you have is something he would kind of want. That's why he's projecting his behavior through you. Because here's the thing. Yeah, and you'll notice this. You think about interactions with John, right? We could be in the party. Anthony says something to John, John's going off on him. Rachel says something, going off on her. I say something, going off on me. Even Tony, he'll say go crazy on Tony, right? Like
Yeah.
even Beastman, his supposed like best friend. It don't matter.
I
But
mean,
when it
Beastman
comes
never
to
says shit,
Ethan,
which is the reason why, and
yeah,
that never
exactly, yeah.
happens.
He would he yeah. No, yeah. But he will never dare say anything to you, Ethan, because the difference is
He knows you can beat the
when it
dog
comes
shit
to
out of him.
you, he fears that with you there will be his whole gimmick is he is tough because he knows there will be no repercussions because there never have been. he knows that we'll just say stuff to him and let it go because we're the bigger people. But to him, he takes that as weakness, as us conceding to him. Therefore, we are
Oh
not
God.
equivalent. Whereas you, he would never dare say it in the first place, because even if you played the bigger man card and conceded